vacation? Yeah, I hope that all of you are staying in a good condition because today Nidaul Hasanah would like to have a little discussion with you all. And here I have three topics to be discussed. For the first is about the role of first language in second language acquisition, and for the second is about the causative variable in second language acquisition, and for the last topic is about the role of grammar. So to consist the time, let's just check it out. So, the first topic of mine is talking about the role of first language in second language acquisition. In this topic, basically refers to the word of transfer, which means the influence of native language learner on acquiring second language. Basically, there are two types of it. For the first is positive transfer. What does it mean? It means like the first language will facilitate the second language process. It can be in the sort of vocabulary, the same sentence, or maybe the grammatical structure. For the example like this, I is Indonesia and Indonesia is my primary language, but now I am studying English as my second language. So factually there are some similarities in both of language. For the example, in the vocabulary side, even in Indonesia we call as restaurant, but in English, restaurant. Taxi, taxi. Bus, bus. Televisi, television. And other similar words. And now in the context of grammatical structure, factually in the sentence structure Indonesia is formed by SVOC, subject, verb, object, and complement. But it is really similar with English context. They are also formed by subject, verb, object, and complement. For the example, even in Indonesia, saya pergi ke pasar. And in English, I go to the market. So that's the means of positive transfer. And now let us move on to the negative transfer. Negative transfer means like an interference. The first language will hinder the process of second language process. It will lead to an error like pronouncing or grammatical usage and etc. For the example, even in Indonesia, we use time by context, but not in English. We use time by verb. For the example, even in Indonesia, yesterday I meet my friends, but it is wrong in the English context. Even in English, we should change the verb into the past tense. Yesterday I met my friends. So that's the interference. And for another example in the context of article usage, in Indonesia there is no article usage, but in English there are some. For the example, even in Indonesia, I go to market. So there is no any article, right? But even in English there should be an article usage. I go to the market. So that's namely negative transfer. And now guys, let us move on to the second topic of mine, that is talking about causative variable in second language acquisition. So basically it refers to the word of influence and contribution on acquiring second language acquisition. There are three types of variables in it. For the first is exposure variable. What does it mean? It is like a contact of learners where they are practicing their second language. It can be in the form of talking with native speaker, reading an English novel, listening to the conversation, or maybe watching an English movie. That's namely exposure variable. And for the next variable is age variable. Age variable based on creation, there are three stages. For the first is adult age. So factually, adult will best acquire second language in equal time and consistent exposure. And for the second ages is older children. So it is actually same with adult learners. They will best acquire second language when they are in equal time and consistent exposure. Because why? Because they are still in good cognitive progress. So that's in the variable age of older. And now move on to the younger children. Actually, younger children will best acquire second knowledge, language when they are trained since childhood. So they will have more efficient communication with each other because they have been trained since they are a little child. So now let us move on to the next variable, that is acculturation variable. It means like the meet of two cultures. Actually, there are two types of it. For the first type, like when the speaker communicate the second language target in regularly of time, so they will train their speaking and they will have more efficient communication. But for the second type of acculturation, they will communicate using the language target, but they also will desire to imitate the culture, the lifestyle, values, and etc. So by gradually of time, they will lose their own culture and language culture. That's the mean of acculturation. And now guys, let us move on to my last topic. It is talking about the role of grammar or putting grammar in its place. Factually, there are an important statement that should be underlined by all of you in this context. That is, learning doesn't become acquisition. It has been proven by creation because many cases happen that learning acquisition without prior knowledge before. So it is like what we are doing today. We are a second language learner. We are studying grammar in our class. We are studying about the rules, the structure, and etc. Unfortunately, we still cannot implement in our communication. And how, guys? Let us talk about the place of grammar. Basically, there are two places of grammar. For the first is grammar as a monitor. It means like grammar as a monitor for correcting our writing or prepare speech. Factually, we will correct our grammatical use when we have time to do it. And factually, our monitor speech will best acquire when they are given comprehensible input, not an error correction. So that's the place of grammar in a monitor use. And for the second one is grammar as a subject matter. What does it mean? It means like grammar involves like the rules and structure that is studied in a formal context, and it encompasses like morphology, syntax, phonology, and etc. to convey the second language meaning. So factually, it is really crucial for we as second language learner to enhance our speaking. Therefore, we should have a grammar as a subject matter. So guys, maybe that's all what I can inform you about the three topics I chose. Maybe that's all from me. If I have made many mistakes, forgive me please. Thank you for your nice attention, and last I say, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.